All right, Spill here. Here's my thoughts on a 6-4 loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I'm going to put as much effort forth in the analysis of the game as the Toronto Maple Leafs put forward. None. I don't. What do you want me to analyze that game? If you wanted to see this game, you could go down to your local adult safety hockey league, shinny hockey game, and this was all about trying to get Matthews 70 goals, which of course did not happen. I'm going to get into a verb for you. There's a verb, an adjective maybe I'm thinking. That verb. Verb means you're doing a physical thing. I think it's an adjective I'm looking for. The adjective is leafy. 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 This game was the definition of leafy. Leafy means that you have a goalie named Matt Tompkins, who's played, 7 NHL games or 8, whatever it was, stopping Austin Matthews 12 times, but letting in a floater from TJ Brody for his first goal in 117 games. That's leafy. Austin Matthews making an amazing play and hitting the crossbar, and Ryan Reeves taking a snapshot half slapper from the blue line that beats the goalie. That's leafy. Having their guy get 100 assists because your team doesn't play anything. Like, you didn't care if he got 100 assists. I can tell you Chernak was pretty much all over Matthews, and I don't care what Cooper said. They were trying their best to prevent that from happening, the 70th goal to be scored on them. But having their guy, Kucherov, get 100 assists and break his record while the Leaf guy doesn't break his record, that's leafy. Having your leading goal scorer of all time under the O in a bingo game is leafy. This is leafy. It sucks. Anyways, again, what do you want me to talk to you about in this game? So there's a couple things that maybe you take out of this game. There's no way in hell Mark Giordano and Connor Timmins are playing a damn game in the playoffs. There's just not a chance. I know Brody scored a goal, but God, man, he's awful. I'll give you this. Benoit tried. Ben was the only guy who seemed to even care that maybe I'm on the ice. Maybe I should play some hockey. Seemed like the Tampa Bay Lightning tried a little bit. But I gave you another leafy thing. Imagine if the Matthews had Martin Jones in net instead of this Matt Tompkins guy. That's leafy. The Tompkins made 2 saves that Tanner Jeannot just buried behind Martin Jones. Same area, same shot. Leafy. It's like you got a 2-foot putt for birdie with your buddies and they don't give it to you. And you look at them and they're saying they've seen you putt before. You don't get that putt. And you lip out. Leafy. It's the definition of leafy. Matthews, they did everything they could to get it. I don't know how many times I got to see his parents in the crowd. I don't care. The whole goal was to try to get Matthews 70 goals, and like everything the Leafs seem to do, it failed. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? At least I was thinking maybe the worst thing that could happen is Matthews gets stuck on 67 goals. Because then you can be reminded every time that your leading goal scores the same time you won the cup. No, we'll go with the under the O bingo game as our number 1 goal scorer. Now, I will say this. 69 goals is a hell of a goal. That's insane. I don't know where it lines up. There's 9 players that have 70, so he's got to be the 10th best goal scorer, I guess. I don't know if anyone else got left on 69 goals, but it's an amazing season. My worry is that the last 3 or 4 games have been all about Matthews. Now you got to fire it up and you got to play the Boston Bruins. If anyone saw William Nylander tonight, could anyone give me a sighting? Again, why don't you just rest him? Makes no sense playing the guy. The guy doesn't even try. Just rest him. But again, I'm not going to put a lot of time into this. There's like analysis. What analysis are you going to do in a freaking shinny game of hockey? Again, it's just terrible hockey. Terrible goaltending, terrible defense, terrible everything. Yep. Brody scored. Ryan Reeves scored. Pontus Holmberg scored. And John Tavares scored. Add those guys' goals up all together. It was 13, so maybe now it's 40. There's still 29 behind the guy who couldn't get the 70th goal. 70th goal would have been cool. It would have been great. It would have been, hey, that is cool. The 9th guy ever in history. However, Leafy. I will jump on and do a YouTube video Friday with an analysis on the Boston Bruins and whether I think they have a chance. The crazy thing is, I do think they have a chance. I do. I'm certainly not betting on them. I'm not going to say it's over 50%. They're definitely the underdogs going in, and they deserve to be the underdogs for the type of team that they are. But I'm going to show you some interesting stats of the Boston Bruins. Then I'll show you some interesting stats on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll give you an analysis. I just don't want to do it right now because, frankly, I just watched some of the most piss-poor hockey I've ever seen. I watched Leafy. Cheers.